All right, hey, what's up, everybody? Mike Lindsley back with you, 9 minutes with me on IGTV, YouTube, and Facebook. I am here from Rosie's Corner in Burton, one of the best spots you'll ever come to. They've got pizza, wings, hot and cold subs, great salads. They've got awesome desserts to take with you as well. And then there's a lot of themed food during the week. Pork, chicken and biscuits, Fish Fridays today with the coleslaw or the mac and cheese. They've got an awesome selection in the cooler as well of drinks and mac salad and potato salad. So make sure you get on down here to Rosie's Corner, the official pizza shop of the ML Sports Platter. And oh, by the way, this weekend, it's a big weekend for the NFL with the wild card playoff games on Saturday and Sunday. You spend $40, you get the ML Sports Platter special. One large, one-topping pizza, one large chef salad, 24 wings, and a 2-liter soda. Incredible. Best deal in town here at Rosie's Corner. I want to spend the next 8 minutes or so talking about what an absolute disgrace it is that Jeff Skinner of the Buffalo Sabres was left off of the original All-Star roster. Now, look, I know the fan vote takes place now until a certain time, and they'll vote other people in. I understand that Alex Ovechkin isn't playing. I understand that other guys might bow out, and that just lets Skinner in. But that's not the point of this video. The point of the video is that Jeff Skinner should have been on the original roster. He should have been voted in right away. He doesn't need a fan vote. He doesn't need to have Ovechkin be out. He doesn't need to have anybody sit out or just not want to participate or get in because somebody gets injured. It's complete and utter garbage that Jeff Skinner was left off this roster, this all-star team. And, look, he has 28 goals. He has 13 assists, 41 points. He has been a huge jolt for the Buffalo Sabres. And you know what? Last night was the night where you really started to see how good Jeff Skinner is. Through the 10-game winning streak, he was the guy who was almost like acting like, Chris Drury at the end of games, scoring clutch goals in and around the net, picking up pucks that were turnovers and depositing them for wins. But last night was the key for me, and here's why. Jeff Skinner went to a whole new level because the Sabres had to win that game last night. They had to beat Florida, a team they haven't beaten all year, and a Florida team that's very, very good with Barkov and company came into Buffalo, and Buffalo beat them 4-3. Now, look, they were up by a couple of goals early. It was 2-0, it was 2-1, then it was 3-1, and then 3-2, 4-2, 4-3, I think is how it went. Look, Skinner scored 2 of those goals, and he did it without Jack Eichel. And that's the huge thing right now for the Sabres. Eichel's out with that upper body injury. He's day-to-day. So that affects everybody on that line. I mean, you can't just, this isn't like the New England Patriots defense where, we're just going to get rid of Chandler Jones. We're going to get rid of this person, that person, and we're going to go back to the Super Bowl next year because we're going to patch and play, and we've still got guys like Dante Hightower and other players. It's not like that. It's not a systematic approach to it. This is not the trap system of the New Jersey Devils. This is not the puck possession situation of the Detroit Red Wings. You can't even really include that in there anyway because they had multiple Hall of Famers and all those great Russians, but you get the point. It's not systemic where you can just go and plug somebody in and go, oh, here, it's a totally different deal. This is a new line this year. Remember, this Jack Eichel, it was Eichel and Skinner and Pominville, and then Eichel and Skinner and Reinhart, and of course, Reinhart and Skinner. They were complemented by Evan Rodriguez, whose game I do like. I think he just lacks a little consistency, but I think he's a pretty good player. And that's very, very difficult to do. I mean, think about the time, here's another example. Think about the time when Sidney Crosby was out for the Pittsburgh Penguins and how they had to totally revamp that line and try to find instant chemistry with people. It just doesn't work. You can't just throw somebody in there and go, okay, off you go. Capture the magic that the old line had because there's different tendencies. Centermen act differently when they have different wingers. This is a totally, totally different deal when you lose somebody like Jack Eichel, and all Jeff Skinner did last night was score 2 goals. And I got to tell you, the second goal, Luongo probably let it in, and it was a little bit weak. He'd like to have that one back. But, man, the first goal that Jeff Skinner scored in the first period, oh, my goodness. What a tremendous, tremendous move. Razzle-dazzle with the stick work, pulls it in and around a Florida player, and then just snaps it right past Luongo. just a fantastic goal, one of the great plays you'll see in hockey, in my opinion, all year. But I was just super impressed. The stakes were high last night. The Sabres have not been playing well since they won 10 in a row. Florida's a team that's had their number as well. But Jeff Skinner came to play. 2 goals without Jack Eichel. Day-to-day, who knows? I think he's going to miss a couple more games at least, actually, which stinks. But you saw a guy last night in a takeover situation. What am I going to do to win this game for my team? By myself. Get on my back. Let's go. Now, granted, they did get a couple of goals from other players, but Jeff Skinner's goals were really, really huge, and they came at the most opportune times, the most important times, getting the lead, and then, of course, the second goal late in the game, you needed that one as well. I was just super impressed, and being there last night, I hadn't been to a Sabres game in about a year plus now. I got great tickets last night, last minute off of SeatGeek, off the app. Ended up getting a killer deal for row 4 in section 118. And typically I don't like to sit super close to the glass because when you look over the other way, the glass in the corner, it kind of is getting shaded against against the one piece against another. But in this particular case, because you weren't, down row 1, row 2, up just a little bit more, you could almost kind of like look up and over and be okay and not lose a lot of the action in that right corner. But, unfortunately, Skinner scored the goals in not in our end, which was unfortunate. But what a game for him! What a step-up game. Buffalo needed it, and we'll see how they go here the next few weeks until the All-Star break. I just can't believe that Jeff Skinner was left off the All-Star roster. This guy's been one of the top 5, 6 players, 7 players in hockey so far this year, and you could argue he's been the biggest difference maker in terms of a new face in a new place. Not many people have done what Jeff Skinner has done. He's made Jack Eichel better. Eichel's made him better. They both made Sam Reinhart better. They both kept Pominville active in terms of in front of the net, and he's scored 28 goals. He's going to get 30 goals probably before the All-Star break. This guy has a real shot at scoring 60 to 70 goals in 2018-19, which would be a tremendous season. I just can't believe the travesty of Jeff Skinner being left off of the NHL All-Star roster. He'll get there. He'll get there through a fan vote. He'll get there from an injury. He'll get there from somebody sitting out. However it'll happen, he'll get there. But not being an original is just a travesty, in my opinion, because Jeff Skinner has been absolutely fantastic for the Buffalo Sabres. All right, I'm Mike Lindsley. That's it. 9 minutes with me. IGTV, Facebook, and YouTube. You can see this place is fantastic. Get down here. Pizza, wings, hot and cold subs. They've got the mac and potato salads in the cooler and theme days during the week. You can pick up chicken and biscuits. You can pick up pork. You can get your fish Friday today with your coleslaw or mac and cheese. And, of course, make sure Rosie's delivers for you if you don't feel like cooking, or you can come pick it up as well. Rosie's Corner is, of course, the official pizza shop of the ML Sports Platter. Make sure you download and subscribe to my podcast on Audio Boom via Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. It is the ML Sports Platter. Pretty simple on your smartphone device. You just swipe over from the left, you type it in the search button up top. Podcasts, the podcast button comes up, you click it, and then you hit the search button, type in ML Sports Platter, hit enter, boom, and there I am with a picture with Jim Kelly. And, of course, you can just hit subscribe, and you get new and archived episodes into the podcast. Big thanks to Jason, Jody, and the gang here at Rosie's Corner for their support of the ML Sports Platter. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.